In today's video, I'm going to talk all about the power of scripting. I love scripting. It is such a powerful exercise. I'm going to talk about what is scripting, how to do it, and why it works. All of the things you need to know to bring this powerful exercise into your life. There are so many different ways that you can use scripting. I'm going to share a few of my favorites, but find what resonates with you. As with all manifesting practices, the ways I'm going to share are not the only ways to use scripting. The most important part is to find a practice that works for you. My scripting method has changed over the years and continues to evolve, so don't be afraid to change your methods or to try something new. Let's start off with what is scripting. The definition of scripting that I like to use is a writing technique written from the end result that helps you manifest anything you desire. When you're scripting, the point is to write each item as though it has already manifested. Scripting requires you to use your imagination, to write down each desire as though you already have it in your life. As you're writing, as with all manifestation techniques, you should always be feeling into the end result of the desire as you write. By writing down your desires as though they've already happened, you're going to activate parts of your subconscious brain. You can think of scripting as a written form of visualization. Close your eyes and visualize the end result, and then write it out. Scripting can be done for any area of your life. One of my favorite ways to use scripting is to script out the next day, the night before, as though it's already been done. I've seen myself have some pretty amazing days due to this process. I know exactly why it works, and I'll share that with you in a bit. I want to touch shortly on the process for scripting, and then I'll get into the different ways you can use this technique. The process of scripting is very simple and can be used in a variety of ways. Many people suggest getting really clear on what it is that you want and then scripting. I use this method, and I also free script, meaning I'll pull out a piece of paper and just write whatever comes to me. I let the pencil lead. I let God guide me. I let Him work through me and just let my pencil lead. This is a great method to use when you're feeling stuck in life or needing some answers to something. The second option is just to write out your desires as though they have already happened. While you're writing, you should be engaging all of your senses, whatever you're writing about. Say you're writing about wandering through Italy and trying all kinds of new foods. You should be thinking about how it feels walking through those streets and how it smells, how the food tastes once you taste it, and what you see or hear around you while you're walking through the streets. Engage all of your senses when writing out your desires. This scripting technique allows you to essentially change a timeline through your words and vibration you're sending out. Have you ever written out a list to get things done in a day? Have you noticed the power of writing down a list? Whenever I have a list, I get it done. I love the feeling of crossing the items off the list and feeling accomplished. If I don't have a list, I get maybe half of the items I want done because I'm spending more energy replaying all of the things I have to do in my head all day long. If I can write it out, I know what I have to do, I see it on the paper, and I can go get after it. I view scripting as the same. There's something about seeing those accomplishments and desires fulfilled written out on paper. I also believe that you will stay more focused on those desires by writing them out on paper. It's almost like a to-do list that you want to cross off. I want to share with you a few different ways I've used scripting. My favorite daily way of scripting right now is writing out the next day exactly how you want it to go, but you write it out the night before it happens. I pull out my notebook and date my script for the following day. I go through the entire day from start to finish and write out exactly how I want my day to go. This isn't as detailed as some of my other scripting. The entire process takes me maybe 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what I have going on for the next day, and to be honest, how tired I am. I get this practice in daily, even if I'm not feeling it. I just shorten it a little, but continue to do it. I write out a couple of sentences for each item, and this is nothing fancy. I just focus on feeling into each item while I'm writing it. An interesting thing I've noticed with this method is that it's much like writing a list. Some of the things I write down, I have control over. They're more like goals for the day. Some of the things I have zero control over, but I'm trying to manifest for the next day. I'll give you a couple of examples from one of my latest scripting entries. I finished writing 2 scripts for Manifest with the Laws and got 5 scripts recorded. It feels amazing to be ahead. Liv scored 10 points at the game tonight and had 3 steals. She was so aggressive and played amazing. As you can see, the first one I have control over. It's more like a goal that I want to accomplish the next day. By scripting it, I find myself actually accomplishing it. thinking to myself how amazing it will feel to be ahead and actually get these items done. The second one is an entry about my daughter. I have zero control over how she plays at her basketball game. What I can do is have positive energy about it and control the energy I'm putting out to her. My daughter and I are very connected energetically, and though she doesn't quite know or understand fully yet, she's definitely an empath. She can feel other people's energy and read a room very well. If I'm nervous for her game, she'll feel my nerves and also be nervous. I ended up getting all of those scripts written and recorded, and although Liv didn't score 10 points, she had 5 steals and had probably the best game she's ever played. Coincidence? Maybe. But I fully believe by scripting that, I changed my energy, which in turn changed hers. Another method I like to use for scripting is the method I shared in one of my previous videos, the secret to scripting. Everything you write will happen. I'll link that video in the description below. This is a powerful exercise that I do daily. The last way I like to use scripting is for yearly goals and desires. I usually write these out once a week. I've gotten to a point where I like to use Sundays for self-care. I naturally call them self-care Sundays. I spend much of the morning focusing on all the things for myself. I'll take a little extra time stretching, get a workout in, do the sauna, shower, take my time getting ready, and then go through my scripting and journaling practice. Sundays are the days I like to incorporate my year-long vision. I write out the same items every single Sunday, unless I've crossed one of them off the list. These are desires I want to accomplish in this year. This is kind of like writing out my items on my vision board. Really looking at my vision board and seeing what I desire to come in this year. Not everything happens every year, and oftentimes other things will come in that I didn't even know I was desiring at the time. But it's a great practice for staying focused on your yearly goals and dreams. These are my 3 favorite scripting methods. I hope this video helped you understand exactly what scripting is and how to use it. This is such a powerful tool for manifesting. Just remember, as you're scripting, feel into every word you're writing. This is how you get your desires to come in faster. Have an amazing day.